Hakim Ziyech is lazy, doesn't want to play, allegedly. I think it's ridiculous. Then there is Romelu Lukaku getting Inter Milan brought to him at Stamford Bridge. And finally, Saul, you be quiet right now, okay? I've had enough of you and all these dead wood players coming out and talking about my boy Eden Hazard. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, guys, and today's video is an insightful one. Today's video is going to be quick, effective, and it will give you your daily dose of Chelsea. I'm going to hit it hard, I'm going to feed the streets, and you're all going to be satiated at the end of this video. Story number one, the Morocco manager's coming out and talking nonsense about Hakim Ziyech. I'm going to defend Ziyech today. Number two, we are going to talk about Mr. Kenedy coming back and getting the number 23 shirt, and like I told you guys, it looks like he's going to be part of the squad. Barkley going to Istanbul, Galatasaray, very exciting. And finally, two other stories. Saul pissed me off. I do not appreciate when people touch our GOAT Eden Hazard, and I will be defending Eden Hazard's honor because I am not accepting this from a bog standard player like Saul. And finally, we've got a new kit out, and I'm not lying to you, I guarantee you Nike did this on purpose. It looks like the Inter Milan training kit. Let's get into it. But before we got started, you lot are amazing. You lot have been satisfying my requests in every need. I've been saying, can I get 200 likes? You guys have been giving me 300-400. Literally, you have been smashing that like button. And once again, now the new target is 250 likes. Can we hit 250 likes? And please subscribe if you're new, because I bring the best content around. I'm telling you, when it comes to Chelsea content, I personally believe it's the best around. So let's get into it. AFCON's been on, and AFCON's actually been very entertaining. I've watched a few games here and there. I've been very busy, but I've actually been enjoying it. It's been good while the Premier League's away, so it gives me a way of just watching football because I love to do it. Morocco went out, and Morocco's manager came out and surprise, surprise, he's firing shots at a player that wasn't even there. It's very frustrating. The whole tournament is being, why is Hakim Ziyech not there? If Hakim was there, how much better would they be? Bufal's just not Hakim. Hakimi needs support from Hakim Ziyech, and the whole persona was continuing. So regardless, we knew when the minute they got busted out of that tournament, the first question would be, do you think if Hakim Ziyech was here, things would be different? Manager came out, and he came out on smoke. Like literally, no exaggeration. He said he doesn't train well, he doesn't want to play, and then he spoke about how he's not Messi. Surprise, surprise, Sherlock, no one's Messi. But the doesn't train well and doesn't want to play, I think is incredibly disrespectful. I've said this before and I've said it again. Saying that an individual does not want to play football for you is a massive statement. It's testing the man's character, his courage, and more importantly, if he doesn't want to play for you and he's not openly saying it, he's a coward. So I don't think Hakim Ziyech is one of those things. I think this is great journalism. They know this guy is going to be salty as hell. AF, salty AF, right? He's going to be infuriated. You just poke him with the Hakim Ziyech needle and he will explode and give you exactly what you want. Quote, clickbait stories, and it's going to be phenomenal. I don't take too much credence off this story, but that's just me personally. I want to hear your view. This next story really infuriated me. I read it, I watched it, I don't like it. So Saul joined Chelsea, and Saul has not been great since he's come to Chelsea. Like, don't get it twisted. Don't let a few games cloud your judgment and give you this insight that this guy is amazing. He's the answer to our solution. Saul needs to get on an easy jet flight ASAP at the end of his loan, because he's going back to Madrid. Chelsea are not going to be activating that option. He does not deserve that option to be activated. But I think it is important to understand it's not truly his fault that he's been absolutely crap. But I don't appreciate him going on Chelsea TV, doing an interview, and coming out with bog standard excuse. Yes, he's saying that La Liga and the Premier League are different. I agree. But then to say that the Premier League is more intense but lacks tactical elegance is a waste of time, and it's stupid, and you're lying to yourself. He said teams in La Liga are way more technical. That's not right. And then, this is what annoyed me. You can have an opinion, but you can't bring in our legend. He said Eden Hazard was one of the best players in the world. He went there, and all of a sudden, he couldn't acclimatize. It's different. Cap. Absolute nonsense. He ignored key integral facts, and you're trying to bring my man into scratch. Don't do that. Do not talk about Eden Hazard in that form, because Eden Hazard's no bum. He does not need to acclimatize to that league. Eden Hazard's played in French league, dominated. Played in the Premier League, dominated. International level, dominated. He would have dominated in La Liga as well. The only thing is, stupid Munieri hurt his ankle, And ever since then, it's been injury after injury after injury after injury after injury. This has nothing to do with him acclimatizing. Acclimatizing does not excuse you from not being able to control the ball, Saul, considering you grew up in a league where you have to be technically sound. Acclimatizing does not excuse you from being physically unable to track runners. Acclimatizing does not allow you to talk rubbish about our legend. Our legend, our greatest player of all time, Eden "Go" Hazard. I've said it many times before, I'll say it again. What happened to Eden Hazard at Real Madrid is malfunction of poor refereeing through years and years. Jose was spot on. They have ended Eden Hazard's career. He has been broken and beaten. The literally 7 years at Chelsea destroyed him. Carried the team, referees didn't protect him, and he went there and his injury problems caught up. It's got nothing to do with Saul talking rubbish right now. He needs to stop, because this is one way you turn fans against you. You talk about our legends. Don't do that. On to a more brighter news. Romelu Lukaku, we all remember, came out and said he wanted to play for a team like Inter Milan basically in the near future. Well, Chelsea have sorted that out. You can train in an Inter Milan kit. Oh wait, it's a Chelsea training kit. This kit is hilarious, man. This kit is literally Inter Milan-esque. This kit is inspired by Inter. It's not even a Chelsea shade of blue. Like this kit, Nike 100% said, we're gonna sell a bunch of these kits. The promotion is gonna be amazing. Let's purely go off the Inter Milan kit after this interview. I don't know when this was planned, I don't know when this was approved, and I don't know when this was released, but it's come to the public eye right now. And this is amazing. Like, it gave me a good chuckle. I hope you lot laughed as much as I did. I hope Lukaku's happy now. Maybe we could get someone to put on a wig like Lautaro Martinez, and next thing you know, he's gonna be thinking he's got Conte, Tuchel with a wig, Conte in the stand. Next thing you know, you can have a Lautaro type in Werner, and all of a sudden he's gonna start banging in goals. But tell me what you think of the kit. Finally, last two stories, and these are transfer stories. Kenedy's back in the team, man. It's really interesting what Tuchel said about him. He said he looked at him when he was at Newcastle on loan, but more importantly, he also looked at him consistently and likes his attitude and wants to see how he will flourish in this team. It's Tuchel's job to get him fit, and then it's Kenedy's opportunity to take it. He likes the way he crosses, he likes how athletic he is, he likes how he's on the ball. And for me, this is all well and good. It sounds decent, it sounds nice. But I worry about stuff like this because Kenedy is not Chelsea caliber. We've seen that throughout the years. We understand that Kenedy's a stop. Surely these minutes could be best used to develop a youngster in the academy who we can potentially bring into the first team or resell for at least 30 million or 20 million. Because young English premium usually is expensive in the market. So I don't understand this. I don't like it, but I will back it because there's no point in complaining. Once Kenedy puts on that Chelsea jersey, we support him. We want him to flourish and we want him to be the best player in the world. So we have to back him. We need to be proactive and positive about this. But it wouldn't be the way I would do things. Let me just say it that way. The final story today is about Mr. Ross Barkley. Looks like Barkley didn't manage to secure himself a loan abroad or in the Premier League, but the Turkish and the Russian transfer windows are still open. And it looks like Ross Barkley might be going to Galatasaray. Matt Law reports it. A bunch of other sources are reporting it. The Donny's going out on loan allegedly. Don't be surprised if he stays. It was said. But at the same time, the clubs are talking. And I think this is best for Ross. I think Ross needs to go and play football. I think Ross needs to go 6 months of football, stay fit, and then get his ass back into the Premier League. Is he good enough for the Premier League? 100% he is. Is he good enough for a top 4 club? No. Is he good enough for a top 6 club? No. Top 8? Maybe. That's where we start talking. You know, the Villas, the Evertons, the Leicesters. You can start seeing him potentially get into those teams. I don't see him as a top 6 club player. That's my personal opinion. I find him extremely inconsistent, extremely annoying, but managers have faith in him. He's going to get more sort of opportunities just purely based off who he is. So, peeps, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know your thoughts. I hope you lot enjoyed the video. 250 likes is the target for this video. Please don't let me down. It goes a long way. It spreads the joy of the Kavkas View around. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'm out. Bye.